Hello lovelies, in today's video we are talking 2025 denim trends, 3 in particular that are dominating the fashion scene right now, do's and don'ts of wearing them, as well as different ideas to style them. Maybe you feel like some of these denim trends aren't for you because of either age or body type, sometimes even what's already in your wardrobe already, and you kind of don't have ideas of like how it would incorporate into your existing wardrobe. But I'm here to tell you that even just taking a chance on one denim silhouette can really transform your daily uniform. And if you want to be more intentional about getting dressed every morning, make sure to check out my free 5-day style challenge where I walk you through exactly how to do this, covering everything from how to clean your closet out to developing your style personality and starting to practice outfits. I'll link it below. I'll start with the first denim trend, which is the one that I resisted for the absolute longest, which is baggy jeans. There's a lot of negative connotations to baggy jeans. They look sloppy, they look a little bit young, or sometimes just that they're not flattering. However, some of these things can really be solved for with just fit and styling. When it comes to baggy jeans, you don't want to wear tops that are really baggy and that kind of leave you a little bit shapeless. Find a way to define your waist and to really highlight where that is, even if you are wearing a baggier top or more of a looser sweater. The shirt that I'm wearing is a very boho chic inspired. It's a little bit looser, could potentially be not balanced because the shirt itself is a little bit more fluid. However, because I am tucking it in and it's also a slightly lighter material that feels a little bit gauzy, actually really helps take the outfit from questionable to really quite chic. The other way to kind of shift your thinking that baggy jeans look sloppy is to look for baggy jean silhouettes that mimic the way that nice flowy languid trousers fall. So if you think of really elegant looks, these trousers really help elevate and provide elegance to almost every outfit. So if you are able to find that kind of same vibe and fluidity into your jeans, then that really helps kind of take it from like a little bit young and cheap to more elegant and being able to coordinate really well some of your more classic and timeless tops. For example, in this outfit here, I'm wearing a crop tweed jacket that just sits right at the waist. Again, really solving for that, being able to define your waist in most outfits with baggy jeans. And even this navy cardigan here from Zara that is super affordable. Because this chunkier knit is right at my waist, it also really helps elevate the look. Really easy way to define your waist is of course with a belt. I love belts and I think that I talk about them in almost every video. I think that they add polish, they really can transform last year's outfit to make it feel brand new. There's really fun options. There's studs and different fabrics like suede that really make the outfits a lot more luxurious. In this outfit, I'm wearing a high neck top that is by Zazan. That's very pretty and feminine and also just like a little nod to the boho chic. It does look a little bit more vintage. And so tucking that shirt in with a big statement belt really helps define the waist. And the top too, it takes these really baggy jeans from feeling like they could look a certain way if I were to wear a hoodie, to suddenly being a little bit more elegant. It's French inspired and just a little bit more feminine. You can also wear a longer blazer such as this one. This one is also by Zara and it's one of my favorite pieces that I've gotten so far this year. It's part of a 2-piece set that I absolutely love. I covered it in my Zara haul for everyday classics. If you're looking for a way to refresh your wardrobe, make sure to check it out. It's full of really amazing affordable finds. Even though it's a little bit longer and it doesn't quite like point to my waist the way that the cardigans and also the belt does. It does cinch in. I'm wearing it as a top versus just as a blazer, and it just kind of hugs my waist a little bit, even though it is a little bit longer. I did an Instagram survey last week asking if people prefer the crop jacket or the longer blazer silhouette. Surprisingly so, most people preferred the blazer look, which I thought was really interesting, but I think it's a testament for how much the jeans kind of emulate a trouser. And these are by Zara too and part of the haul. So in terms of recapping baggy jeans, make sure to define your waist. Best foolproof way to style them is by having a tighter top, provide that instant balance. And if you are gonna have a looser, flowier top, make sure that there's a belt or that you tuck it in. Another thing that's really important with baggy jeans, the quality. So you don't want to have something that's super stiff that looks cheap because that doesn't flow the way that the trousers would. And really important as well is making sure that the jeans are not too long, because this is when you start to kind of get into looking a little bit sloppier. You're just kind of dragging your pants on the ground. it's just not a good look. So make sure that the hemline is just skimming the floor. In terms of shoes, one of the easiest ways to make the baggy jeans look more elegant is with slingback kitten heels that can hold their own, but also just provide femininity and lightness to them that is not also like a ballet flat, because a ballet flat almost feels too diminutive in comparison to the huge pants. So I think that vintage style sneakers are really great. Moto boots, wedges, platforms, high heels, something that holds its own with the baggy jeans. Shoes play an important part, much like the blouses, jackets, and the belting that we've been talking about, because with baggy jeans, the most important thing is thinking about the overall holistic shape of the outfit. The next denim trend for 2025 that you need to know about is flare leg jeans. But before we get to that, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more outfit ideas. I'm Ziba. I'm so happy you're here. I cover fashion and styling videos. I upload videos every single week on how to look better, and you don't want to miss them. In terms of flare leg jeans, they've been everywhere for a long time, but then of course the Super Bowl halftime show had happened, and now I feel like they're in every news feed, including my husband's news feed, which is weird because I don't think he's ever had any kind of fashion news headline on any of his feeds. Flare leg jeans are such a great way to look polished and also taller. I covered this in my How to Look Taller Once and For All video on what an easy hack it is to create V shapes in your outfits, and flare leg jeans automatically do that on the bottom end. They create that V shape for you, helping you appear a lot longer and just more sleek and leaner and all the good things that I usually am looking to do. Now, the do's and don'ts of flare leg jeans have a lot in common with the baggy jean denim trend, but there's a few little tweaks as well. So with the baggy jeans, in terms of the rise, you really can do almost any rise that feels right to you. For the baggy jeans that I have found the best, that I really love the vibe of, are a lower rise. I'm not talking like super low 2002 rise. I like it to kind of elongate my torso a little bit because the legs are looking so long that for me works. You could do high rise, you could do mid rise, anything would work. In terms of flare leg jeans, I would recommend that you go mid to high rise because of the overall way that the silhouette falls. To get the most flattering silhouette out of flare leg jeans, you want to go for that higher rise. The other thing that's different for flare leg jeans versus baggy jeans is that you want to more deliberately balance the pieces you style the jeans with more modern pieces, because otherwise, if you pick a lot of vintage items, then what ends up happening, too many retro and vintage inspired finds, and then you have the flare leg jeans, because they're already so retro, then your whole look becomes super retro, and sometimes it can look a little bit costumey. Unless, again, this is who you are, this is your style. So it's much like when you wear knee-high boots with riding pants and a high neck, the blazer and a riding hat, like you all but need a pony. Easy to kind of get into this very costumey type of vibe when you don't balance out the styles. The other do that it has in common with baggy jeans is that having a more classic finish and wash really helps, as well as the appropriate length. You definitely don't want to go too long, because then you create these baggy puddle pant situation where it looks like it doesn't quite fit and it just looks frumpy, especially when you have these kind of bigger bell bottoms, if you will. Not like they're full bell bottoms, but just draws so much attention to that bottom silhouette, and not in a good way. Just like every denim, the proportion is really important, the shapes that you're making sure that even if you don't want to belt it, that there is kind of a sense of like where your waist is. Some shoes that look really great with flare leg jeans are pointy toe shoes, platforms, anything that elongates your legs even more, slingback heels, ballet flats, vintage style sneakers, almost anything. I would stay away from something that's super clunky and has like a really huge sole and then flat, because I think that kind of looks a little bit clunky. Also, being intentional about your layering can be very helpful in styling flare leg jeans. It can add a lot of polish without overwhelming your overall silhouette. This includes crop jackets, tailored blazers. All these look really, really chic. If you're looking for your perfect pair of flare leg jeans, some things to consider are where the flare starts. So sometimes if you are average height or have shorter legs, if the flare starts too close to your knee and not far enough down, it kind of defeats the purpose of lengthening. Make sure that the flare starts a little bit further down if you want more of that lengthening effect. And then also paying attention to how much flare is in there. So if it's heading towards bell bottom city, we have a pair that I've worn a lot. They're from Free People, and I have this one video that went really viral on Instagram. It's very polarizing. Like some people either like loved it or some people just like hated it. I really love playing around with silhouettes and don't take myself too seriously. So it's fine if that's a big fashion don't, but I'm just cautioning you, sometimes it does look a little bit weird to walk out in these huge bell bottoms. Number 3 for 2025 is skinny jeans, of course. Now I just did an entire video on how to style skinny jeans in 2025, but I wanted to put the skinny jeans in perspective with these 3 very trending denim trends for 2025. Because number 1, not all of you have seen it, and number 2, you can start to see when you line them up against the other 2 very trendy pairs for 2025 that they do belong in a classic wardrobe because they add an extra something to your daily uniform. Because so much of styling denim and pants and overall outfits is about balance and helping you. Oh, look who's coming to say hi. Usually like sitting behind me during these videos. Sometimes your outfits calls for a skinny jean because you don't want the baggy jean or the or the flare-like jean. Sometimes the best option for the outfit is a pair of skinny jeans. When that includes knee-high boots or a more overwhelming top like a blazer or a button-down shirt that's untucked and nice and flowy. And this is a great time to wear skinny jeans. For example, I have this beautiful belted vest by Wellth that I love. It's a bestseller, and I couldn't really wear this with baggy jeans because it would look a little ridiculous. I would look just shapeless. Knee-high boots, there's no other silhouette for them. If you have a really gorgeous pair of knee-high boots that you want to show off and you kind of want to have that equestrian inspired English countryside look, then skinny jeans are really going to help serve that. Or when you have a beautiful chunkier knit such as the one I'm wearing now, this is never going to look good with baggy jeans. So in terms of the do's and don'ts of skinny jeans, you want to make sure that the rise is also on the higher side, because if it's not, then it ends up looking really outdated. And skinny jeans, more than any other denim, it's so important to have a really meticulous wash and finish that is not distressed or yellowing or doesn't look old and falling apart, because that's when it starts to look really cheap. The quality is also super important because it's so close to your skin that you want something that is complementary and that's holding you in versus something where they cut corners and has no stretch or has too much stretch and then you're out there on your own. Other big skinny jeans don't is when you're wearing boots that are not knee-high boots and they're ankle boots, and then there's that skin gap, and then there's the baggy ankles, kind of a frumpy look. Sometimes it just takes trying on a lot of pairs of jeans. Like I didn't really find a baggy pair of jeans that I really loved until I found this Zara pair that's actually really affordable. And sometimes that happens too. The same thing happened with wide leg jeans. I couldn't find a pair that I really loved until I found H&M pair that's $29. And I know a lot of you have gotten them as well, so I think you can attest to that. Sometimes like it's not about price, it's just about like finding the right pair for your body. She's totally not getting off my lap, and I feel bad taking her out. My life update is that I started a podcast with my really good friend and front door neighbor, Sarah. We both have young kids. We used to work for Fortune 500 companies. We both opened up fitness businesses. I did it in 2009, and she did it a couple of years ago. And we just bonded over all of that. And also our love of style and squeezing everything out of life and wellness. It's called Share the Wealth. It's really for the modern hustler. Maybe you're starting a business or you're climbing a corporate ladder. Maybe you want to monetize your hobby, but you're also really interested in wellness and lifestyle topics. Then take a listen. I would love to hear what you think. If you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I couldn't smile any bigger because my cheeks are hurting. But